Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in to mattsteinwede.com. Today I want to talk about cultures, and I hear a lot of agents say, oh, this particular culture is harder to deal with than this culture, and I do want to disagree a little bit. And the reason I do, and believe me, I get that, you know, different cultures operate in different ways when it comes to buying things and negotiating and dealing with people, but I think that's where us as great agents have to adapt to that. It's not they have to change, it's we have to change. And we don't even necessarily have to change dramatically. I'll tell you, some of the best clients I have come from different cultures and different backgrounds. And the reason that they become great clients is once they trust you and once they connect with you on probably a deeper level than what most of us interact with people on a day-to-day basis. Once you get to that point with them, you're like family. You know, you're in their inner circle. They really rely on your advice, your guidance, your help. They'll look at properties with other people and they'll ring you and say, what do you think about this? Should I be looking at it? Should I not? And I think that's the essence of dealing with different cultures. It has nothing to do with their culture. It has everything to do with human connection. And I think when you can get to that place through all the games and the charades and the ways some cultures do business, but I think they do that a lot. But it's excellent when you think about it. You know, it's that bartering, that toing and froing, the basis of what we might call a bit annoying. They use it, I think, to establish parameters, to work out who you are, to work out, you know, where is this person strong in business? Is this person not in business? Is this person fair? Is this person not? Is this a person I want to deal with? Is this person I don't want to deal with? Who are they? It's a really good thing that some of them do. You know, whether it's well, I've got a lot of Italian clients, you know, that they love the game of the negotiation, but, you know, when they know you, there's very little negotiation. They want your advice. You know, I have some Lebanese clients. Again, you know, it is about the thrust of the negotiation. Where can they get the best deal? But they don't always pay rock bottom price. It might seem like that's what they want, but they don't. They just want to work the whole situation out first before they can make decisions. Whether it's Chinese, Japanese, even Australians to a degree, you know, some Australians are just really awkward to deal with sometimes. But we see if somebody else comes from another place and they happen to negotiate differently, we can't work it out, and we get all a bit off put and say, oh, it's really hard to deal with that particular background, that particular culture. They do business in a different way. No, they don't. They're just working you out and working the owners out and working the whole situation out in their own way. So I was thinking about it yesterday, just about cultures and, you know, how diverse it is in real estate, dealing with all different types of backgrounds and how they've been brought up to negotiate and how they've been brought up to establish perceived value and the win of the deal, you know, to how their strategy around establishing that. But really, the way to lose a lot of that stuff is to get to know them really well. Can't do that every time, for sure. But you watch, when you work with some of these different cultures, and you get to know them and build relationships and service them for a long time and really work with them extremely closely, really closely, especially if they're looking to buy property. Show them more property, spend more time with them, get to know them really well, be the agent of choice for them. And soon enough, they connect with you. They look to you for guidance. Instead of wrestling with you and establishing where is this whole thing, they ask you, what do you think? What do you think about this? Do you think it's a good deal or not? Do you think we should be there or not? Because at the end of the day, real estate comes down to lifestyle. It's more than just the price. It's more than just, you know, the negotiation. It is about how much somebody wants that property and how much they've got to spend. There's a whole lot of other things that are involved with bringing together the deal of negotiation. If they really want to live in that house and you've serviced them extremely well, you're the only agent they'll deal with in the marketplace, or pretty much the only agent they'd like to deal with. But if you get to that place with any background, they will ask you for guidance. And then then really all it becomes about is the relationship that you've struck with them and built with them in helping them secure something that they want. All right, anyway, just a little tip from me. Question of the day. Let's not have the question of the day exactly. Let's get a conversation going around this topic, because I think it's a really healthy one, just to get a sense of how other people have. I know some areas have, you know, a real diversification of backgrounds in a concentrated area. Now, how is it dealing with all of those different types of backgrounds? How is it doing business with them on a daily basis? All the different types of people and whatever else. I'd love to hear about that. Let's get a conversation going around this. So question of the day, can you please contribute to this conversation, especially if you work in the areas that have a lot of different backgrounds in them, that makes the basis of the marketplace that you deal with every day? And are they very different? And how do you deal with that? And also, are there any great little tips out there that other people can share that dealing with different people from different countries and different cultures and different backgrounds? Like, are there any other tips that you'd love to share? All right, thanks for tuning in, and as always, helping make this real estate world a much better place. See you on the next video.